the longer I was gone. Microwave, I think, killed some of the flavor. So
What's up, guys? We are up in the Gundam kitchen on a Saturday, and our idea was to kind of give you a taste of a Saturday at the kitchen, but with a lot more to that. It's going to be interesting. So we got a pretty cool concept that came from the crazy minds at the kitchen. So
okay.
Brandon actually floated this idea about 6 months ago, and it wasn't the right time and place, I guess. And then, interestingly enough, Rob here came up with the exact similar idea, the right time and place. And what we have is basically the combination of a Smash video with a Smash video with a combination of a chance to save it before it gets smashed. So I spent the last probably over a week now knocking out this RG here, the beautiful new RG new, right? Great kit. Believe the hype. All that stuff you've been hearing about this kit, completely true. This kit is, we'll talk about it more. It's a beautiful kit. So,
Got a mouse? Like a wireless one? That works too. Cool.
all right. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to have three different options. You can probably see it over in the corner there, the bottom left of the screen. That's my loyalty store. There are three options in there for you guys to vote how we destroy this kit that I have labored over. But just to make this even more insulting to me is that we're going to actually show you guys, this is going to be really sweet for new builders, one of the easiest ways to get really nice weathering results.
So wait, let me
to
get
a
this
kit.
right. You built the kit.
Built the kit.
You spent some time doing some details on the kit.
Yep.
You're gonna weather the kit, and then they get to decide how you.
Destroy the kit.
Well, they could save.
It could be saved. So this is how it works. We are going to have it open. Open voting will end Monday night at 11. So at 11 p.m. at night Eastern, open voting will end. So you guys can go to the Gundam Kitchen Live. So it's GundamKitchen.live right there up at the top corner of the screen, right corner of the screen. You can go there and purchase loyalty and then vote on your way how you want to destroy this kit. So we will tally them up, let you guys know.
So how many votes do they get?
You can vote as much as you want.
What?
Yep. You can run that thing up. You can just have
So
my kit destroyed.
I can blow your. I know you've been working on this for like a week. I could just light this shit on. I can
Right.
light it up.
So I mean, we have three options. The three options are A, Rx-93 gets run over by a 93 Saturn.
Oh, I like that one.
You like that one?
I
Somebody
like
owns one of those.
that.
B, we're going to do a little experiment, a little science. Rx-78 new sits in a bath of acetone for about, 3 or 4 days. If that doesn't work, we just step out with heavier stuff. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll watch it,
I got a Home Depot card. We can make this happen.
right?
I got a discount.
Oh, all the better.
And then C, what happened if the RX-7 didn't stop Axis from hitting the Earth? We're going to smash this shit with a big-ass rock,
Like a meteor.
a meteor. Tape him to a rock, slam him to the ground, see how that works out for him. I don't think it's going to work out too well, right?
I think it's gonna work. Nice.
So those are the three options. If you notice, when you go to the store, they're 1,000 points. That's not $1,000. That's ridiculous. Or they're actually, the votes are 100 points.
You would definitely win if you, did
If you put
$1,000.
100 down.
Yeah, like you win. You get to do whatever you want.
So,
you get to buy a '93 Saturn.
So $1 equals 100 points. You will also see in the store that I am selling the RG new, the brand new Zaku FZ that just came out, and the Alex Gundams up there. Also, if you want to try the same project we're doing today, I have the Starship Filth is available online. And I forgot to change the price on this, so I guess somebody's getting a really good discount on these. You should rack up on them because I did not change the price. I mess up on the price. The liquid chrome marker. And I've been doing a little detail work on this kit with the liquid chrome, and people have come in like, oh, those metal parts for that already? Nope, liquid chrome. This stuff is fantastic. So all of those are available. And what's cool is, say you're not into spending money. You don't want to help anybody out. All good.
That's
That's this guy over
how
here.
You doing?
Have you met Paul?
Hi guys, I'm cheap.
So just by watching every 5 minutes, you get 5 points. If you subscribe, you get 50 points. I think if you follow, you get 50 points. There's a bunch of different ways to get points.
So wait, you build the kit.
Yes.
You worked hard on. That's the part that I'm most interested in. You put hours into this thing,
Right.
like days into this
Yeah.
thing,
Even worked on it was.
and then I hang out and do what I'm doing anyway, and I get to vote to blow this thing up
Right.
for doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Wait a minute.
That'll give you like 1 vote, probably.
One vote.
You're in the game.
I got right. I got some skin in this thing.
Yep.
That's cool.
So, and I mean, this is our first one. I'd have probably built this like 4 days ago if it wasn't for the fact that I'm busting my ass trying to figure out all the Streamlabs and Twitch stores and all this kind of stuff. This stuff is new to me. So it might be a little rough. If anybody's having any audio issues, let us know. Any kind of weird video issues.
Paul's
give
having
us
an
some
audio
feedback.
issue.
Give us some feedback. But yeah, I am working through the kinks, and there will be much more interactive stuff going on our next couple of videos. So, the other twist of this is, though, like I said, voting ends Monday night at 11 p.m. Then, to save it, this will go on eBay at 12 midnight. Monday? Is that 12 morning? Monday? Whatever.
No,
That's 12 midnight, right?
midnight on Monday is actually.
Is that Sunday?
It's Sunday night.
All
So
right.
you want to do midnight Tuesday?
Midnight Tuesday. So, yeah, it's going up at 11:59 on Monday.
There it
That's
is.
where it's going up. So
11:59
11:59 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. It will go on eBay. And it will start at a reserve of $50 unless you guys have already put in more combined votes than $50, and that'll increase the initial bid for it. So if there's 75, 100, 200 votes that destroy this thing, so it gets guaranteed destroyed.
I'm trying to kill this thing. I mean, I don't want to sway the voting.
So if there's like 200 votes, then we start the reserve at $200.
I've never seen him upset. I want to see him upset.
This guy's unflappable.
Like,
Can we flap him?
I want to know what happens.
So I start throwing Gundams on the ground. This gun tank seen it. So it will be on eBay from Monday 11:59 to Wednesday 11:59. So for you guys out there who like to either just support or don't, always want a nice custom built kit and you don't build yourself, is a great way to grab one up that way. So definitely check it out on eBay. It'll be under the tag, the same tag this video is, the Gundam Kitchen Live, Death to Gunpla, and I'll try to set up my own eBay site by then. I have one for myself, but I didn't have like one for the store yet. So we will have that up, and that'll save it. So if it doesn't get saved, it gets destroyed, and we will have that at the beginning of our next video. It will be the intro to our video, again destroyed if it gets destroyed.
So wait, we get
Please
to
don't destroy
watch.
please don't destroy my stuff.
We get to, and then they get to watch.
Yeah, you get to watch.
Ooh.
So that will be 10/5 is when we're trying to come back with our next video. We will have another project. And you know what's cool about this? This whole concept? It doesn't have to be me building or Paul. It could be anybody who comes through and wants to hang out and build. So, if you want to come out and throw one of your kits on the line, come on through. So, kit-wise, what I'm going to do to this is what's called a gunk wash. So, let me see what camera works best. Okay, I want to do this camera. So this is a MG Verkanu that I did years ago using the exact same technique. And a couple people, critical eyes, said it was a little bit too heavy on the battle damage. So for this one, I'm going to tone it down a little bit, but it's pretty much essentially the same idea. And I've taught a couple other people how to do that, Andrew and some others, and they've made some really nice kits as well. So shouldn't be too hard to transition to a lighter version of this. But what I'm trying to go for is somewhere between that one I just showed you, and if you can see this, This is the nice Gundam Hobby Life magazine, straight from Japan. So nothing in here is in English, but otherwise the word Gundam and Amuro. But here
Amuro
you-
is not English, though, is it?
I don't know.
It's a name.
So here you have a very nicely, lightly weathered Gundam, Rx-78.
By the
I'm
way,
sorry, not
thanks for
78, 93.
thanks for the likes and the subscribes and all of that good stuff. Thank you. Keep mashing those buttons.
It's either up or down or to the sides.
One of
I've always
them.
wanted to do that.
He's
What, say
actually
that?
dancing in the room, though. That's the weird thing.
All right, so yeah, so I'm trying to fall somewhere between this kit's weathering and what that other one is.
Looks upside down to me.
It's right side. What are you talking
Oh, I'm looking at the. It looks upside down.
about? It doesn't matter. They can see
Because
it.
he's looking at it from his view.
He's right.
The rare occurrence at the Gundam kitchen.
This will never happen again.
You've witnessed history already.
So I have to do everything upside down now?
Yeah, including show off the kits.
There we go. So let me just say, real
What's
grades have come a long, long way. I haven't built that many. I built the Justice, and I built the Sinanju.
So Justice is like the eighth one or
Yeah,
10th
in
one,
the
something like
top
that.
10, I think.
Early.
I don't know why they did it so early. It's kind of weird. But anyway, they were all hand grenades. Oh, thanks, Steve. Straight up hand grenades. So I'm very happy that they have improved. And the Sinanju is probably, I'm sorry, the Sazabi was the first real marked improvement. Had very few of those already built inner frame parts. This one's like building a master grade. Everything you put together yourself, the inner frame, everything you had to put together yourself, and much more enjoyable. It is solid. Look at this. You can't do that with the real grade. Nope. Chicken the table.
And
Cannot do that with the real
sick.
grade. So that is very impressive. Even the funnels are way better than the system they had on that Verka. They stay open in the direction you want them to. They actually stay where you want them to stay. So big improvement. So if you ever thought about doing a new, do this new, do the real grade.
Do the new.
If you have ever thought about doing a real grade, I wouldn't even say start with this because you just spoil yourself. I don't know if the rest of them are gonna be like this for a while. Because it might be spoiling yourself. You might go oh, I loved it.
You think they're going to go back to
I think if it's a smaller frame, they're gonna use the ones they've already had. They didn't do it for the crossbones. So it might be a little while before they all start getting this good. This probably took a lot of design and innovation for them. And it was well worth it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scar this thing up a little bit. So I'm gonna take my knife, I'm gonna take a metal sanding stick, and I'm just gonna put little scars all over the place. Mostly I'm looking for edges, especially towards the outside of the body. So outer side of the legs, outer side of the arms, kneecaps. So think about yourself. If you walk through the woods, through the thickets, where would you get scratched the most? You get scratched on your arms, on the sides, and your legs. Your feet would probably get a little beat up because of fabric. If you have fabric shoes, get a little beat up.
What are thickets?
It's like a
thorns.
Like a thistle. Where else would I get beat up?
I don't know.
Probably in the head because the cops chasing me are going to just be like.
So now, if you got in a fight, you take damage to your head mostly, a little bit of damage to your body, probably.
Definitely my hands.
Right, and then your arms and your hands trying to block. So this new is going to have some battle damage, and he's going to, imagine that he was out in space flying through some asteroids and stuff like that, or debris at least. So we want to put a lot of the battle damage on the exterior and less on the interior, on his midsection, just a little bit on the midsection, very little on the head. And we got to remember, the cockpit, if he was in a fight, would be attacked, but pretty much if he's alive, he probably didn't take too much damage to the cock.
Hit.
So put a little harsher marks on the knees there. Just going, I'll try to do it upside down for you guys. But basically, I'm just rubbing this is a smooth, to me, a basic file. And it's not super harsh, which is good because like I said, I don't want to go overboard on this. really trying to keep it a little more subtle than the last one.
On a completely side and separate note,
Go
I am
ahead.
smitten with this Haro.
Smitten.
Like, look at this.
Like leave your wife type smitten or what?
Oh, so he just got that new Sengoku Haro, and it is glossed out. We didn't know that. I thought it was just a regular one. It's too bright for the camera.
Like, the red is transparent red.
Oh, yeah,
The
look at
green is,
that.
like, beautiful.
Yeah.
It just pops.
The arms and legs are like that metallic stuff. So that was a nice one. I didn't see that coming.
I don't even know, like, I want to buy another one so I have one without the dragon sticker.
You don't have to put the dragon sticker on.
I do. I do.
So yep, I'm gonna go rougher on the outer edges, and then lighter on the inner, because usually you're avoiding stuff. You wouldn't sit there and take it to the inside. You usually get hit on the outside of stuff, and you just miss avoiding something. And you want to be random. You don't want to be like super detailed, because if you start putting patterns in here, it's gonna look real obvious and man-made that you actually sat here and hobbied it, and it won't have the effect you want. You want randomness.
Doku, how is that one? You like it? Doku said that she got this one as well, but she got a black one. Too.
Oh, that's a TriStar one. Yeah.
Ooh.
Might be limited edition. She got special privileges.
Is it shiny black? Is it shiny? I'm talking to the TV.
That's what I wanted to know. I asked, how was that one? Is it as fancy as my green one?
I mean, we all have P Bandai in a bottle. You know, we can do anything we want, but it's nice when Bandai thinks about us and does it for us.
New follower.
Nice. Who was that?
I don't know.
Did they
Don't
give
be
him?
quick.
Kenny.
Did they give him a funny little like icon that does a dance?
It was a Meowth.
Oh, nice.
Meowth. If you like Meowth, become a follower on Twitch at least.
All right. So now one thing I have to really warn you guys about is we're using the oil paint for this gunk wash. What you do not want to do is get this oil paint on your PC parts, because you will be lubing your Gundam and you will be sloppy as hell after that. So I was thinking about putting tape around there, those kind of sections, just to protect them, but I'm not going to do that because I already put this nice chrome, the chrome marker on there. And the problem about this marker is it takes a couple of days to really harden, and I just did that like in the last, some today and some yesterday. So I don't want to take the chance of putting tape on there and it just peels right off. Also, I don't recommend putting your stickers on.
Ever. I mean,
Well, it's not about like your markings.
could you call them decals?
No, I cannot call them decals. Sorry. So I wouldn't put the marking on early, because when you start, especially since these are stickers with this kit, when you start slopping that gunk wash, it's going to build up all around the edges of those stickers. I think that would be the same problem with the water slide. Now, I know some people will be scared of like this kind of technique where you're actually roughing up your kit. But what's cool about this is you can always, I'm not going super hard. I probably will on the shield, probably engrave something in there like really deep. But for the most part, I'm just doing surface level stuff. So I could sand this back down and fix it up a little bit. if
No, I don't
didn't
want
like
to.
it.
I don't want to influence the voting or anything, but you know, it'd be a really good way to scuff up a kit. 93 Saturn. 93 Saturn. That would do it.
So if anybody just hopped on, put your votes in, see how we destroy this kit. And if anybody likes the work on this kit, please save it. Please. I'd rather send it. All right. So, and the cool thing is, I'm doing this now, all the filing to it and damaging it up. But even after I put on the paint, I still can go back and work on it more. Because what's really interesting about using the oil paints is they take forever to dry, which is, a bad thing if you're trying to rush, but a great thing if you want to come back, put it down, look at it later, touch it up some more on another day. You probably got about 2 to 3 days to mess around with that paint.
You know what's really weird? I'm over here building a kit too, and I'm using a file just the same. And yeah, I think that my kit's going to look more weathered than yours, and I'm not trying for that look.
That's a problem.
Get a little file happy sometimes.
You guys got any building questions? I'm not answering now.
That's what YouTube is for.
Right.
Oh, wait, we're on YouTube.
Oh, my bad.
Dang.
So yeah, hit us up. Any questions? Definitely if you're in the Jersey area. I don't know why you haven't been here, but get your butt down here.
Oh yeah, it's too close and too cool to not come through. That's for sure. Oh, we have a couple.
Delaware, Philly,
It's nice though. Every so
Vegas,
often, like I think,
California.
anywhere.
I
I've
think-
had somebody from Germany once.
yeah, I was gonna say I think every week we get like somebody like a first timer, and every time we see one of these people, I'm always like, they're like, oh, I live right down the street. I never knew you guys were here, and this place is amazing. Or hey, I live over in Philly. Or hey, we came all the way down from New York or Maryland or wherever.
Oh.
And I'm always like, wow, impressed with that because it's like, there aren't a lot of places. And people are always saying, this place is like, oh my God, I can't believe that this place exists. It's so cool. And you know what, though? It's just neat. It's just neat to have something special.
Thank you, Dave.
Nothing, Chelsea. Don't worry about it. I didn't say anything. She asked, the kids are being crazy, so she didn't hear. So, nothing happened.
Now, the only place I actually had to use paint on this build, otherwise I like to do the little details here on the, for the metal effects, is this part right here, this yellow. So we get that zoom. So that yellow right there was all yellow. I painted the black in, which was, since this kit's not fully painted, it was a pretty easy paint job. I just kind of slapped paint in there and then took my knife and just etched out what I didn't want. So I could be very precise that way. So it's a nice little trick if you're not fully painted kit, but you need to do a little bit of hand painting somewhere because there's not enough detail. Simple little tricks there for you. That one's free. Next one I got to charge for.
You're really not charging for tips, are you?
I am getting tips, but I'm not charging for them.
Right.
No. He's not charging for tricks.
Oh, tips will cost, but tricks are free? Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids.
Yeah, they have shapes again.
Yeah, tricks change your colors, though, and I'm so weirded out by that because they're all natural now.
Yeah. So they're just not as vibrant? I don't remember.
Yeah, they don't look like fake or artificial, and it really is upsetting to me.
Yeah, they do.
It's really disturbing. They look more like bird food than they do like people food, and I'm like not okay with any of that.
Don't these have toys in
Cereal?
cereal?
Yeah, absolutely. What was your favorite toy in the cereal box, if you can remember one?
I don't know. They were so disposable.
All right, so I'm such an old head. They used to give out these like little weird gummy, like you couldn't eat them gummy, but they were like rubbery, plasticky kind of like octopuses that you'd throw at a wall and they'd walk down.
Yeah. Creepy crawlers, weren't they?
I don't know.
That dude made millions.
Dr. Fad used to wear them on his sweater. He was like
Wasn't
a
he the
science.
creator?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you just want
All
one.
right. So I like how this scar is on there. So I'm going to try to imitate that scar.
Thanks, Ed.
Bring that scar onto this one. Maybe a little higher, though. So I'm going to actually take the back of my knife here and draw it out a little bit, rough it in.
One other cereal prize toy that was awesome, cereal box prize, was Tony the Tiger and Frosted Flakes, right? It was like a scuba thing, they'd call him.
Oh, Scuba Dave or something like that?
No, it was Tony the Tiger, but what it was Tony the Tiger Secret Diver or something like that. And you'd put him in a soda bottle, right? That was like 85 or 90% filled with water. And then you'd put this Tony the Tiger in it, and it would float and bob. And then you'd close the top, and you'd squeeze the bottle, and Tony would sink to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
I've
the
seen
neatest,
things they've been doing those, bringing those kind of things back again.
and it was neat.
So Steve says he loves the octopus? There was an octopus? in there?
Yeah. The one I was talking about just now, the creepy
Oh,
crawling.
the creepy
ball.
crawling.
Oh, okay.
You know who
okay,
else
okay.
likes octopus? Really weird? Sean. Sean loves the octopus balls at Bonchon Chicken. Side story,
Gunpla Planet. How's it going?
Gunpla Planet.
Yeah, Woot from the Gun.
Oh,
Thanks for supporting.
good looking out, Gundam Planet. Thank you.
Glad to see the community is strong.
Yeah.
So yeah, the octopus balls were waving. That was weird. But
Speaking of community, don't forget, guys, next week is our Gunpla potluck. Come through, hang out. Always a good time. Been getting crazier every time lately, but yeah, we have a good time. So definitely.
I think I need to stop doing that. I keep thumbs upping every time someone likes or follows.
yeah,
It's bad.
it's
I don't think. I
You're
don't
the
think it's
visualization of
encouraging. Yeah.
you're a human emoji. I just heard something interesting about emojis today. Sidebar. Oh, by the way, going forward, no more sidebars. The whole show is just one giant sidebar.
I can't agree to that, but okay.
All right, but anyways, that pizza, the emoji for pizza, apparently two things of interest. One, people are getting frustrated because the emoji for pizza has pepperoni on it,
Okay.
and they're concerned that pepperoni is, well, obviously pepperoni is people, pepperoni is animals,
oh,
and
pepperoni's pizza, is it?
I was like, is this
When this happened?
what the hell kind of weird pepperoni they got in Philly? No, but
Soylent Green is people?
right, pepperoni. Thank you for understanding the reference. Good grief. Pepperoni is people. And then that people are upset that since there's pizza will all be identified. So the basic pizza will automatically come with pepperoni.
Come on.
Isn't that already a thing? Isn't pepperoni pizza just the standard?
But what about the vegans and the animal lovers?
Plain pizza's a standard.
Right.
Is it?
Sure.
No, so don't get me wrong. Like, I'll do pizza with pepperoni, but it's not my favorite.
Right. I'm not a big fan of pepperoni
But
pizza.
I always just imagine
A pizza
that's
with
what
pepperoni?
like when I get a regular pizza, it's just a pepperoni pizza.
And then has anybody heard that pizza is actually like the emoji for I love you?
What?
That's what I'm saying. It was
I
weird
mean, you
because
get the eggplant thing.
right, eggplant peach. Yeah, that's a weird thing. But
Are you
apparently,
cooking dinner?
no, that's listen. If you get an emoji from the missus that says eggplant peach, you take her out to
I
dinner.
just
Okay,
wanted-
you don't go and cook dinner. You take her out.
I really
She's
just wanted
earned
to
it.
hear
She'll
his
earn it.
explanation.
So yeah, apparently pizza is like the new I love you, and I get it. It makes sense. I do love pizza.
I don't know anyone that doesn't like pizza.
I was just ripping on somebody that said that. Oh, my wife doesn't really like pizza.
What the hell's wrong with her? She's a lovely woman.
I mean, you can fix that. Chelsea didn't
She
like
likes
potatoes.
fancy pizza,
Okay,
Okay,
that's
that's-
but she's
Sure.
not a fan of cheap pizza. And that's why I said, like, nobody likes nasty
Shout-
stuff. Some people like, though, some people really do like inexpensive, cheap pizza, though.
I would like to give a shout out to a very special local pizza place, Holy Tomato up the street here.
Oh,
Some
they're
fancy
really good.
pizza.
Yeah, it's fancy pizza. It's delicious. Bring a couple bucks in cash because they don't take a card. But if you're ever at the Gundam Kitchen and you're looking for somewhere nice to eat, don't be fooled. You get yourself some delicious pizza, and it is like it's a little upscale, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And that's shout out to local businesses everywhere.
They're really friendly too. Like
Yeah,
we went in there
they're
with the kids, and I thought they were gonna be like, okay, get these kids over here, but they didn't even like put us in a corner or anything.
Were your kids weirded out by the round pizza cut into squares though?
Yeah.
No, I think they.
I
Liked
told you I
it.
asked them about that.
Yeah, I think they liked it.
Yeah, you did. What they say again?
So the answer is that the person they bought it from used to do it, and they have no idea why, but they felt like they should keep it going.
I feel like it's weird, but like the
It's
food's so
unique.
damn good that
So
I
I,
don't
you
care.
I
remember
actually
them?
like the thinner pizza like that.
I like the thin pizza. I just don't know why it's not cut in easy to eat pieces. Why the
No,
hell you
so I
cut it-
like the squares.
They're not proportional. The
Right, they're all
pizza's
over
never
the
the same
place.
twice, which makes it like interesting, but also
weird.
but delicious. That pizza, dude, I'd eat that thing if it was one circle that I had to just kind of hold on to with everybody sitting at the table all at once. Like that thing is good. So good.
So yeah,
eats.
they're just like 2 blocks away. Really good. This out, looking pretty good. Not overdone. And so all you need is like a cute. So I'm using the shop paper towels to kind of slap it on and pull it off. Only because I don't want to be cleaning up little pieces of regular paper towel.
This is what I got for the birthday. I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy.
All right, I'm pretty happy with
Oh,
that.
nice.
You didn't get that from here though.
No, and I was so it was. Well, I was leaving it for the fans. I was leaving it for the other people. Listen, I can't help that some people just don't know where the Gundam Kitchen is on 135 West Blackwood Road.
125 South,
Yeah,
Black Horse
stop
Pike.
throwing out wrong information.
What? Where?
If you didn't know the address, it's 125 South, Black Horse Pike, Blackwood, New Jersey, 08057.
5'7".
No, that's Morristown. 08012. Ignore me. I'm special.
Damn right you are. I'll co-sign the shit out of that.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
All right, so just
Never
slapping
give up.
it on right
Never
now.
surrender. Jason, is the winter coming?
What?
Jason just said the winter, and I think it was based off something someone said.
Oh,
But
I
I just see
guarantee
the
it was
winter.
somebody said something that
Yeah.
got inspired that.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Somebody redeemed something. Somebody voted A. They want to see that Saturn run it down.
noise.
Oh yeah.
Noise.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
Vroom,
got it
vroom.
working.
Vroom, vroom.
I think that was through Twitch, though.
Maybe.
That was specifically through Twitch.
Another
Ooh.
one. Another A.
Another A.
That's Dave. Dave got something working.
Oh, the bugs. The winter. No, these bugs are more resilient than just the winter, is what he's saying. It's fine.
Ah, that's funny.
Ooh,
There
another
we go.
one. What is that? Is that a Pokemon?
This is a crazy rabbit.
No, I think that's one of the newer Pokemon.
I'd
But
like-
there's also like 1,000, so I don't know.
I'd like to build that. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, well, yeah. Can y'all keep voting because I want to catch all the Pokemon. Keep voting. I want to see every single one they got. That's 1,000 votes we need to see them all. Oh, but
Thank you, Dave.
yeah, that's cool.
So-
Saturn.
Dave,
Then
did
a
you do
shotgun.
that? Did you do that through Switch, or you got the SiStar working again?
It's a Spinda.
Oh, Gen 3. Really? I don't remember that one. That was
Alright,
what?
so
Silver
there's-
and gold?
Oh, that stuff comes out like straight up like sludge too. Like that's like goop.
But check out the shield. That quick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that look nice. Nice to ride over.
It's Jason's favorite Pokemon.
Dave's really loving the idea of running something over.
So if it's your favorite Pokemon, if you just continuously, put it in there,
Spam it
through
up there.
Twitch,
We won't be mad
it
at
will
you.
constantly be there.
Oh, a B. So that's the
Oh.
acetone.
That one I'm actually more excited for than a car.
I mean, a car's gonna be fun for me, but like, I too would like to see. I'm just good. Listen, just crushing Irad's hopes and dreams is enough for me. Watching him something that he labored on be
Dave says the
destroyed.
site is working again. Thanks, Dave.
All right, everybody who's having trouble with that, we're good. See, keep on trying. That is hard work there.
Never give up. Never surrender. Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. So see, this leg is looking like now.
My guess is that it looks like a leg.
I'm like waited with bated breath. I'm like, what's it gonna look like?
What is bated breath? Like, I know the saying, but why is it like baited normally means like you've got something like
On a line?
on a line?
Yeah, like I'm baiting.
Oh, so you're like holding it.
Well, yeah, like it's on the line.
Okay.
My breath is baited.
It's interesting. Never thought about that.
I've never thought about it either
weird.
until just now.
Yeah.
I just bullshitted too. By the way, guys,
Yo, it's acceptable.
I make
convinced
stuff
me.
up. That's the trick, everybody. Supreme confidence. If you can make stuff up, then that's
It's how I get through life.
Right. So, yep, coming along pretty well. So you guys can see this is not the hardest thing. If anybody just tuned in, or just tuned in the last couple minutes, what we are doing is weathering the crap out of this brand new, freshly built, several hours put into it, new RX-78, RX-93, Yeesh. Gundam. It's the new. Some people call it the V, but technically it's
yeah. that one
I
guy
mean, the
did
box
yell
calls
at
it the V, too.
today, right? He
Yeah.
was like, V!
Right.
I was like, victory?
Yeah.
Victory!
So it's a Greek letter. and
Oh,
it's said
David, that's a
new.
great idea.
What
He
David
wants to
said.
run it over and then give the Saturn an acetone bath.
If you've seen the Saturn, it looks like it's already had one or two of those in its day.
Yeah, I don't know if it would survive.
But we can throw rocks at it.
Ooh.
Don't tempt them.
I could give to you guys. It might be more
All
fun.
right, so everybody, let's do option C. Strap the new to a rocket, throw it through the Saturn.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I've got a better one. Let's strap it to the front of the Saturn and let's run it into
Crash the
something.
Saturn into a rock.
Yeah.
We could slam the Saturn up your anus. Ah!
For the right donation.
You're a freak. I like that. Good man, and let him know.
Sweet.
Oh, my
So I
God.
hope this is coming up well enough that you guys can see, but it is coming out beautifully.
Wow. His modesty makes me not want to drive over it with a car. Oh, wait. Sarcasm. All my work is lovely. You know what I really like most about this? Like, this is going to sound like a silly thing, but, so the Gunk effect is actually dimming down the brightness,
Right.
even though we're still getting, like, that distressed look out of, like, the parts that you beat up with the file and everything. So that stuff really pops, but this white, super clean, like, kit is now, like,
Light spins.
softer, and it's
Right.
easier to, like, doesn't hurt my eyes anymore. To, like,
Makes it look
at
real.
Well, yeah, but also, like I said, it dims down that
Yeah.
shiny new car thing that's going on.
Yeah, so yeah, this is definitely not fresh out the plant. This has been out there.
But I like that. Like sometimes that fresh look looks good, but with a white kit like this one is, it's really, really harsh.
All right.
And
Not
like-
anymore.
And yeah, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving. Like I said, I'm loving the fact that it's subtly toned down the entire thing.
So what are you excited about coming out in the Gunpla world?
Me? Oh, that's an easy one. I've been waiting and I'm thinking I'm not the biggest fan of the show, but I know millions and millions and millions of stupid Americans. No, I'm just teasing. I know lots of people around the world do love it. It's the G Gundam. I am dying for this
You gonna do
high-res
that
G.
one?
I am. I'm not, and again, as we stated at the beginning of the show, I'm normally cheap. So that's one I'm going to spend a couple bucks on because I've never built a metal build, and I know that I don't think I'd
High
like.
res, not a metal build.
Well, hear me out. Let me speak the piece. I've never built a metal build, and I know that it's got a metal frame. So
Can I technically say that you don't build metal builds? You put like two guns on them?
I'm
They're
totally.
figures.
So I'm so glad I never built a metal build because that would have meant that I wasn't doing something right. No, but I've never had a metal build, and I just love the proportions of it. I really do love how they're making those kits have like.
Abs of steel?
Well, I mean, I'm partial to their hips, but yeah, the abs. No, I really do enjoy the fact that they're making them more human-like in design. So that's something I'm really, really super eager on. And then secondly, the other kit that I'm waiting and I'll probably continue waiting on is, you know, a 1/100 Ksatria.
Well, yeah.
I just make kits up, though. I just make stuff up. You heard it here first. They will build a 1/100 Ksatria within the next 45 years.
Not gonna lie, I want more divers.
Well, that new season's coming out soon, right?
Yeah,
So-
that's what I'm excited about. And I know some people are kind of iffy on it, but I like the concept. If you ever get out to Japan, those Gundam Pod games, it's worth it. It's awesome.
My favorite kits on divers were the ones that just got absolutely ridiculously insane.
Oh yeah.
So the higher than sky phase Trans Am mode version was a genius idea. It had every part under the sun on it, and it was just way cool because the colors looked amazing. I've never seen a kit like that. Or when they do the that B Magnum in silver version, that thing was great too.
So one of them had a special weapon. It was the like Ptolemaios gun, and it was just the ship from Double O made into a gun.
That's awesome. See?
Yeah,
Like that's
it was
fun.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
So I think these skirts done here.
So what about you? What are you interested in? What's
I'm liking that Barbados. I want to see what they can do to make it different from the from just the 100.
that
so,
RA? Yeah,
No, not Ari, it's Massacre.
no. I'm saying the
full
one that already
mechanic or whatever.
exists. Yeah, the full mechanic. That they do. There's a picture of that collapsible, like the exploded version of it.
Uh-huh.
By the way, exploding version. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Your
Exploded
version.
exploded Gundams. But that diagram exploded. Looks so cool. The head part has like 16. I think it has like 8 or 9 pieces for the head alone, and then they get into the shoulders. And I really enjoyed building the 1/100 version of that frame.
Yeah, this was interesting to me because originally we all thought it was like, oh, well, it's a pretty simple frame, so and they nailed it on the 1/100. They'll never do the master grades of them, but they did it.
Yeah, that had like interesting little wheels and pistons that moved and stuff. And now they're doing it again, except more detailed parts. So like I think the piston was actually kind of built onto the wheel, so it looked like that. Now the piston's free floating. So there's some stuff on that thing. I wish it were the Lupus is the only hang up. I like the Lupus more than I like the regular Barbatos.
Hey, once they do one,
they got a
they
frame.
can pop them out.
They can do every IBO as an
Yeah.
MG because,
Yeah, they're
well,
all
not all of them.
similar.
I think there's 4 frames, at least on that series.
Yeah, but a lot of them are very similar in build, so the skies, the gates are open.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see what they do with those.
Rise and fall. I just like that. Is that not one of the, like, maybe I'm jaded, maybe I'm prejudiced because it's something I've watched recently. Was IBO not probably one of the better series of, like,
I think out of use, not in the UC series, it's probably my favorite. Yeah.
I just like
Jason-
that gangsta, like, appeal and.
Wants the Zakin from Seed, and
Well, that's coming out
Frank.
soon. Yeah.
Frank is excited for the 1/100 Kasate.
Me and Frank Stangler are going to be waiting forever. Love it. Ugh. So right now RX has no head.
Yeah, I had to pop it off so I can get up in
Get
that
up in-
area, which is,
The neck bone.
yeah. Need some, like, a brush to get all the way down in there, but I think I'll leave it alone. Looks all right. So we are down to arms and the head and the gun. So here's a fully weathered kit that pretty much anybody can do this. This is super simple, and that's why I wanted to start out with this one because I just want to show you. A lot of people are so worried about doing weathering and over complicating stuff. This is a very easy technique, and the other weathering techniques aren't that hard either. They're usually like a little bit of speckling here and doing some different techniques. So you gotta get out there and try stuff. That's all it's about. And you're gonna mess up. A lot of times you'll be able to recover from those mess ups.
The YouTube one. I don't know.
All right, so guys, learning experiences. I'm doing this. Might want to wear gloves. Not only obviously my hands are gonna be filthy from this, but it
It's
started getting a
literally
little
called
hot for a minute there because I had a bunch of it on my hands. So you might want to wear gloves, and your hands will be much nicer coming out of it, and your significant other or partner will thank you for it.
Isaac wants to record his experience when he comes here and maybe show us his Gundam tabletop game.
Oh, what you got, Isaac? Isaac, you haven't been here, Isaac? I keep hearing people like, Isaac, have you ever been here before?
No, he said he still has to come.
Like skirmish?
They're down in Frederick, Maryland.
Oh, I had to do, man, Maryland must be creative with their Gundam games, because I had a guy who had like a more of a role-playing one, came from that area, like DC, Maryland area, and somebody else is coming up with their own Gundam skirmish. So I got to ask you, do you know about the Gundam skirmish game that's been around for a while? It's actually They're working on the second edition. This is a homebrew too, but one of our favorites around here, Zach. I don't know where you at, Zach. Must be working today, but Zach is actually helping with the rules, and that's a pretty good game. So you might want to, if you need any improvements to your game, check that one out and see if you can learn anything from that one and kind of meld them together.
I think it's fair to say you welcome him to come up here and tape his journey and post it on the tube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come up here and build and let's smash your stuff, not my stuff.
Or save your stuff.
Yeah, let's hope. We can only hope.
You know what? I kind of do hope that somebody wants this awesome kit because you know what? It's a shame to see all this hard work you've put into it get run over by a
Why does it
93
sound like
cent.
this is very circulated? Finishing up for this video, I think. So I'm gonna wipe this down. We're gonna see what this looks like.
Now, does that have like any special funny properties? Like, if I wait longer, it gets more greasy, or
No, it actually is gonna dry up over time. So I would say it takes about a week to completely like harden and everything. And then I would just put a top coat on it to make sure nothing shifts around. So say you feel like you overdid it or whatever the case may be, you can come through and just hit it with some oil thinner. So this is thinner for washes. This would work. Any thinner that minerals, you gotta make sure it's not too hot for the plastic, but most thinners will easily, especially thinners for enamels or oil paints, will get this right back up. So it's one of those situations where your kit is not totally destroyed if you do go this route, and you have a lot of time to work it. Like I said, this is gonna stay wet for a couple of days where I can keep moving it around and getting it where I want. I'll take a look tomorrow, see if I missed any of the crevices, because that's kind of the hard thing. Because this kit has a lot of moving parts, so once you start moving around, you'll realize you missed a part underneath. So I will definitely have to take a second look at that. Make sure I hit everything.
so they can
So they
still
can run over.
Yep. They can still vote to run this over, to peg this thing with a car, even after we're done here tonight.
Yep, they got to Monday at 11 o'clock.
Where do they
Monday
do that
night.
at?
The Gundam Kitchen Live. GundamKitchen.live. Right up in the corner of your screen there, on the right side. That is the link. Hopefully, if you're on Facebook, it should be right there in the text there. And if you're on Twitch, I think it's pretty easy to get right there. Also, you might want to save that Gundam Kitchen. It works pretty well. It's not the most intuitive thing on the phone, but it's still a pretty nice little layout. And it'll be a nice way to keep up with this because we're going to be doing this for a while. This is fun.
So watching this thing live, right?
Right.
What happens if, like, I couldn't make it because I'm out to dinner with my girl, or I'm taking a nap because I'm getting ready to build late tonight? I can watch this and still vote?
Yep. So if everything was working right, and I really wasn't paying attention, when you guys were commenting, your comments should have been popping right up on the screen as well. I did that on purpose so that we can save this to YouTube and stuff like that and rebroadcast it. Actually not rebroadcast, I'm just going to leave it up, but I probably will try to edit it down, take out some of the dead space in the beginning, and, the ending dead space, so it's a little more compact.
You're going to clip my foul words?
Yeah, I might even bleep out some of Paul's foul words on some of the, at least on YouTube, so we stay relevant. Don't get kicked off.
Man.
But yeah, so that way you guys can come back and see, the build, laugh next week, or catch up, watch it again right before you see the destruction video if it gets destroyed, which it won't, because you guys love this and you're gonna save it. I know you will. I got faith. Somebody will want this beautiful kit.
You know what I'm excited for? Pegging it with this thing with a car or a rock or dunk it, or watching a James Bond reenactment. But also, I'm waiting to see if what's next.
What is next? We'll have to brew on that. If you guys comment, I ain't doing no perfect grade. But throw your suggestions. Something you want to see built, and I can, if I have it in stock, maybe I can do that or get it in here.
Maybe somebody wants to, maybe they have something they want commissioned in mind.
That might be dangerous. Your commission might get destroyed, but it's like a roll of the dice.
Secret commission.
Secret commission, yeah. Send me something. I'll work on it for you. Not doing any PGs. That's don't take too long to build.
Oh,
I'm too particular.
no nubs.
Right. It was too hard to get through this one quick. Because this one's pretty clean. I gotta tell you, it's pretty clean.
I like the fact that you've worked really hard on this, and we're gonna probably destroy it. Like the harder you work on something, the more I'd like to see somebody actually own it. But then there's that like evil bee in me that just wants to, you know, some people just want to watch the world burn.
All right. All right. So one of the things I like to do, just for scale reasons too, is always make the top of a kit lighter than the bottom of a kit. So, and what's cool about this system is,
You should double back over to the back of the legs. I can see the back of this thing. See that weird spot?
oh yeah, just need it light. So, what's cool about this technique is, since it tinted everything, you can come back and kind of buff it almost up to like pure white again if you want it to. And if it doesn't start buffing up that much, put a little bit of thinner on there and you'll get it right back to pure white. So you can almost get like airbrush effects where you're, you know, doing like a pre-shade or a shading technique. You can get those kind of effects if you want to take that kind of time and really sit there and get in there. And that's one of the cool things about this technique. Just by buffing a portion of a shield with like maybe a Q-tip, you can make the middle part really bright and the edges stay really, really dark.
That's a good tip. See, that is like why I hung around till the end.
So I mean, I don't think you'll be seeing that at all on the stream because that's really detailed. But what I just did on these shoulders is I really went hard in that one spot there to make it buffed it a lot, and it pulled most of the paint off and made it a lot brighter than the edges. You could do it the opposite way too. You go right up to your edges and wipe them down. But since most of my scratches are on the edges, I'm not going to do that because I want those edges to stay rough. So, oh, I forgot the head. So we got to put that head back on, and we are golden.
You know what's so funny about you saying you forgot the head? As I'm building, I've got this whole kit kind of like built now, and I didn't build the head.
Oh, that's super cool. So the SDs,
Uh-huh.
the same one as the line as the Haro, they all have the little memory chips, and they actually go
Oh, that's where you
inside-
get them from.
Yeah, they actually go inside the SDs.
Okay. I was wondering where they came from because they were showing that thing off like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Really?
I don't have these ones, and I'm gonna get another green Haro.
I thought I built one of those and didn't have it.
All right, so I had this guy all jacked up since I've been working on them. Let's get him back into a pose. I will post some pictures up. Obviously, there'll be some pictures for the eBay too, but you're going to like this. And then you're going to want to destroy it. I hate you people.
You're gonna like the way I look, I guarantee it.
We are looking good. Let's get on this head here.
Night Kid Gaming? Who's Night Kid
Oh, that's
Gaming?
one of the customers.
Oh.
He was actually the one who set me up on Streamlabs before.
Oh, okay. He knows Isaac is Twig. Have a good dinner, Isaac.
Yeah, thank everybody who came in, anybody who donated, anybody who did tips, or soon we'll have games and stuff like that. You'll be able to like bet and double your points. If you're a betting man. So all kinds of ways to have fun and just participate. Definitely talk to us, ask us questions. If you got questions, ask us. Just like in the store, you come in here, you can get some real knowledge from some people who actually do this stuff. Whether it's me or one of the customers, I love it when people come in on a Friday night or Wednesday night when we have wargaming because I don't know all the war games that well, and a lot of my customers know them a lot better than I do. So it's great to have somebody who plays the game actually be able to give you advice about the game because I can't play everything. It's been a while.
You know what I think the biggest surprise of this kit was, as I looked it over? Those liquid chrome pens. Like, I was a believer, but now I'm a believer. Like, to
And
the
they
next
still look
level.
good even with all the gunk on them too.
Oh my god, they just look like weathered metal parts. Like, it's ridiculous.
All right, so this bad boy, he's a little bit more work around that
I like
mouth
it.
guard. I'm getting fingerprints all over the place. All right, need one more clean sheet.
It's a type of lettering, right?
All right, one more.
One more time.
But yeah, that's coming along. So what I'm gonna do is let that dry for a day, so it's not as easy to mess up. And then find all the spots I missed, all those crevices.
Crevice.
See if he needs any more scratches, which I think I'm good on the scratches. What you guys think about that, like the weather around the knees and stuff?
Nice.
Yeah, it's solid. Another thing I really like about this technique too,
You might need a little bit more on the right knee though,
like panel lining this
just
kit.
because if he's gonna like kneel down to get a better shot,
Right.
it would be more scuffed.
Now he's a space unit, so I'm kind of imagining he's not
Kneeling.
doing as
fair.
much. But I mean, I guess he could land on a little meteor or something like that and crack a shot off.
Mm-hmm.
Starship
Filth. Very. So why I like Starship Filth is like when I first learned about this technique, I bought the Starship Filth because people said that's what to use, and I was like, man, there's got to be something cheaper because it's not exactly the cheapest thing in the world. So I went to the AC Moore and I went and grabbed like 2 different blacks and a dark gray. The problem about the other colors is when you start wiping them and smudging them and moving them around like this, usually or always black is made from something else. A lot of times it's brown. Sometimes it's blue. So some of them, when you start streaking them and moving them around, they came out with a very bluish tint. Some of them came out with a more earthy brown tint, which in both cases, not what we really want because this is a space unit. So that's why I like Starship Filth. Even if you streak it, it only gets slightly brown, but it stays much more on the dark gray scale.
Hey everybody, we're going streaking!
I did that in Australia. It's fun.
So that's what we're looking at, people. So I mean, what, we did about an hour and 20 minutes. We completely weathered a kit from scratching it up to putting down the weathering, let it sit for a while. Thanks, Jacob. Let it sit for a little while, and fix up anything you want tomorrow. Let it sit another couple of days. Mess around a little bit more. After a week, spray some top coat on that thing. Solid. And there's the shield. And like I said, I really recommend putting your stickers on afterwards. And what you want to do is you're going to have to weather your stickers. So you might have to go in with a little bit of paint in a similar color and dab it around the stickers. You can maybe slosh a little bit of this on there, but you don't want those wet edges of the sticker collecting all the stuff. This will be a great time for those dry transfers, but I don't think they make it in the scale. So a little bit messy, but all in all, I didn't even mess up my mat. Oh, almost there. So very good. Get yourself a mat to work on, people, unless you're working on a really crappy desk or work table. You do not want to mess up your furniture. And yeah, so definitely check out if you would like to own this, look for it on eBay. Like I said, look up the exact same title, the Gundam Kitchen Live, Death to Gunpla.
I also would like to take a moment to thank, Rob and Brandon for giving us the opportunity here, coming up with the brain power to create this idea for a fun time. I'm having a good old time, and it's thanks to y'all. And last but not least, I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in tonight, hanging in, voting. Keep voting. Keep ruining Irad's dreams of this thing moving out, getting sold. Please feed the beast. Let the Saturn eat.
All right, so you can catch Paul on Instagram, Biggie Pauls. Rob, what's your what are you on different things?
I'm RuneGate on Twitch, or you can find over at the Gunpla Builders on Facebook. Hit me up through there.
Save the Gundam, save the planet. Ah, Dave, that's good. I like that. That's fun.
All right, so you can definitely find me on pretty much everything's either gonna be everything pretty much has the Gundam Kitchen in it, except on Twitch I'm Millennium_Hobbies. and that was only because we started out for the Extra Life event, which was a board gaming event, so we kind of want to keep it open. The name, but yeah, Facebook, the Gundam Kitchen, YouTube, Millennium Hobbies in the Gundam Kitchen, Instagram, the Gundam Kitchen. So yeah, find me, talk to me.
You can also find the peanut butter and jelly at the Gundam Kitchen. I make stuff up.
Thank you, Jacob. I worked really hard on it.
And of course,
Let's
check
okay.
out the Gundam Kitchen Live. I will try to keep that up to date with what the poll scores are. I'll probably try to put something up tomorrow if I can figure out how just to add stuff to it. I think I can do that. So yeah, I'm new to this all this tech on the Streamlabs, so we will try to make it pretty cool. And, you got it. All right, there you go. I just want to put a little. All right, guys. So remember, hit that loyalty store up. It's at the Gundam Kitchen Live. You can do your tip. Your tip is $1 equals 100 points. A lot of you guys who've been on here for a while should already have some points banked for being on these streams. Hopefully it's working from all systems. If not, we'll figure out what platforms work best with it. I know Twitch is, I think, pretty efficient. But hopefully when you guys get on, you're getting credit for your streams. Apologize if it didn't work out this time. We will figure out what platforms work best with it. I'm hoping everybody's working good. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We might try Mixer. Rob said people are hopping on Mixer, so we're going to try that out too, probably, because they can do that as well. And we will keep getting better at this, and hopefully not keep destroying stuff I build. Maybe you guys can come out here and build something, and we can destroy your stuff. All right. Talk to you guys later. Oh, thank you, Frank.